This trip to the countryside will be good for you, Holmes.
Hmm.
As your friend and your doctor, I really do recommend that you give yourself a complete change of scene. Fresh air, brisk walks, bird watching, chopping wood.
Sounds intolerable. I mean, certainly it sounds delightful.
But you haven't yet told me who your friend is, the one we're going to visit.
He is a bee lover.
A bee lover? Do you mean that he keeps bees? That must be Mrs. Hudson, bringing the warm cloth that I requested.
There is someone to see you, Mr. Holmes.
I have no time. Send whoever it is away.
Yes, Holmes, I really think we ought to leave now.
Mycroft.
Sherlock.
Oh, Mr. Holmes? Perhaps you don't remember me. I'm Dr. Watson. We met at the Diogenes Club a few years ago. I documented our encounter in a short story I gave the title The Greek Interpreter.
He does remember you, Watson. My brother remembers everything, and that is why he is so valuable to the government.
We're about to depart for the train station.
I know.
You know?
Sherlock, I need your help. There are people who presently threaten both our country and the crown itself. You must help us with those methods of yours.
Need help. Those are not words I would readily associate with you, Mycroft.
I wrote you a letter, but you did not reply. And this is not about politics. It's about people. People similar to those whom you pretend to defend in your petty detective affairs.
Everything is about politics with you, Mycroft. I'm not interested. Have some of your agents, your spies, or worse, undertake this job of yours. You are defending your people, and they have little to do with the people I choose to help, I can assure you.
That is the point. You think exactly as they do.
Who are they?
The Merry Men. He is talking about the Merry Men, a band of idealistic terrorists.
Sherlock, do please think about it. They are planning something diabolical. Your country needs you.
You need me, Mycroft, and you are not the country. Although if your waistline expands very much further.
Mrs. Hudson, tea will not be necessary. Dr. Watson, the train conductor, Mr. Parker, is aware that you will be 7 minutes late. You are in the 4th car. The train will be waiting for you. Sherlock, enjoy your time in Staffordshire. And do, please, at least write to me on your return.
Hello viewers, how are you doing? Welcome to my channel. You're watching WarGamingTV and my name is Ishan aka the Rage God, and we are playing Sherlock Holmes Crimes and Punishment. So thank you for clicking the video guys. Welcome to my channel. If you are new to my channel, please subscribe and help me grow. We have recently crossed 100 subs and our next goal is to cross 200 subs. So in this part we are going to play the second case in this game called the Riddles on the Rails. Do you really want to replay this case? All the progress you have gone this case will be okay. Strange. Riddles on the Rails. Let's go. I've also done the first case obviously, so go check that out, that video. I've made it in 2 parts. One video is 2 hours and the second one is 1.5 hours. And the first one was kind of low quality because I didn't realize I had set the bitrate very low, but from the second video you will see a very good jump in the quality, and even right now I'm gonna record this in good quality. So the cinematics which you saw before, yeah, that happened. Myrock came to Sherlock Holmes and Watson to ask for help to defend the country and its people and something like that. So we do not know what exactly is going on. Let's find out. Let's read some letters. Strange way to keep your letters. The Sirand. The grotesque murder of the former Captain Peter Carey, known in private as Black Peter, has been resolved. The evidence that Scotland Yard received from a trustworthy source was more than sufficient to conclude that the murder of Peter Carey was Pablo Coventrow, one of Carey's former harpooners. However, lawful justice could not be awarded. Coventrow was found dead of natural causes, possibly from his remorse at committing such a terrible crime. Wow. What happened? I thought he ran away. He died. And yeah, we got this. So I'm playing this game for the first time. Crimes and Punishment, as well as this Sherlock Holmes series. I'm playing this one for the first time. The fate of Black Peter. Peter Carey was murdered by Patrick Cairns, a professional harpooner, the only one capable of executing such an accurate throw. His tobacco pouch was found inside Carey's cabin, but the murder was in self-defense against an armed and furious drunken sailor. You have decided to absolve Patrick Cairns. And Cairns is guilty. And we were right. So that is that. And souvenirs, we got this harpoon as a souvenir. That was used to kill Black Peter. Okay. There's that mail. And there's these people. You can go check out my previous video to see what happened. And basically the dialogues in the cinematics, for those of you who didn't see them. Minecraft homes. Okay.
This is where I keep my post.
Alright. So now Watson and Holmes are supposed to go somewhere. Scaffoldshire or something, he said. They are beautiful.
Look after
Toby.
Mrs. Hudson for us, Toby.
Okay, why does Holmes have this lady focused on?
Holmes, please call a cab while I pack my suitcase. We shall be late for the train.
Okay, we finally get to go outside. I would like to go on the streets. Baker Street. The famous Baker Street. What is this? A jacket. How do we call a cab?
A map of London and the surrounding area. It could be useful. Watson, I'll hold a cab for us. We leave in 5 minutes for the station.
Okay, 1 week later. I've increased the volume in case it was too low for you. You're hearing this at like a 70 to 80% sound of the original one.
What a gloomy night. It was warmer inside the waiting hall.
Since the station master told us that the train is about to arrive, we should not have to wait very much longer.
Yes, at last.
Attention! The train is arriving at the station. Please stand well away from the platform edge.
I'll take your bags and your blasted archive suitcase. But, Holmes, the headlight. It's faded away.
Something is wrong. I can't hear any sound from the incoming train.
Excuse me, sir. Can you explain what has happened?
I don't know. It's as if the train vanished into thin air.
Holmes, say something.
Quick, fetch a lantern and let us take a look.
It must have stopped somewhere. Why is it so
It's too dark.
mysterious?
Only fog and rails, nothing else.
There is no use in stumbling around here at night. We will come back tomorrow.
Next morning, very early. They are in the buggy. Oh look, he's reading Fyodor Dostoevsky, Crimes and Punishment. Okay, I've never heard of this book.
Well, here we are again at Evesham Station. We have a full day ahead. Let us begin our investigation.
I like the voice acting in this. Also the graphics, they're beautiful. Look at the fields in the sky. Everything is very well made.
Trains can't just vanish without leaving a trace. It isn't possible, is it, Holmes?
So I'm thinking it must not be a train. They were fooled into thinking it was a train. Concentrate your attention on finding the details that others are inclined to overlook. Was it over there or there?
First of all, let us examine the area where the train disappeared.
Where did it disappear? Over here? Oh, okay. London and don't be afraid, that's just sound in slow motion. Doncaster.
This is the place where we saw the train vanish last night.
Railway sleepers, nothing unusual. A discarded item, possibly thrown from the train. There are no tracks or footprints on the ground. Railway sleepers, nothing unusual.
Oh,
The rails have not been touched. There's nothing unusual here. There are no signs to indicate that the train ran off the track, nor are there any other traces. There is nothing whatsoever. There are no clues. But then, a negative result is also a result.
Oh, I see what you're getting at. No clues and you're smiling.
Yes, Watson, I do smile on occasion. This mystery appears very promising. This investigation won't be simple. We shall require a map of the region.
Perhaps the station master could lend us one.
let's go there.
Holmes, how is it even possible for a train to disappear?
Run, Holmes, run. I'm 100% sure it wasn't a train, it was just like something like two people holding a light or even some buggy or something like that.
Good morning. Allow
Buggy
me
or
to
boogie,
introduce
whatever.
myself. My name is Sherlock Holmes, and this is my friend and colleague, Dr. Watson.
Yes, I remember you. I'm Station Master Everett. You were here last night. So, you were Mr. Holmes, the great detective. Will you be investigating what happened?
I shall indeed.
It is extraordinary that an entire train could disappear like that. And to think of all the poor people inside it, the passengers, the driver.
Please, let me examine you before I hear your stuff, because I'm Sherlock Holmes. There's mud. something. Full grey hair.
Could you please give us any details about the train?
Well, there was nothing so very special about it. At least not that I can recall. My memory's not what it used to be. However, if you need it, you can have the train composition report. It's inside my office.
Okay.
I would be glad to have a detailed map of the local railway district.
But of course, please, take the one that's pinned inside the waiting hall.
See you later, my good man.
Solve the mystery of vanished train. Find more information about vanished train. Look at a map of surrounding area. This man is in his 60s. He has been married for a long time. Fresh spots of earth upon his reveal a passion for gardening. His badge of honorable station master reveals that he is a long-standing employee. All of this demonstrates his desire to live a quiet and stable life. Oh, quite an observation. Okay, let us toggle walking. New direct route. Message to all stations. Mr. Robinson is located at...
A new telegram.
I think we should meet this Mr. Robinson.
Why? Line Nottingham, London. Type train liner number 324. That's the picture of the train. Composition: locomotive, coal car, first class, postal wagon, special wagon ordered by Mr. Robinson, second class car. Okay. Locomotive, coal wagon, first class car, postal wagon, special wagon, second class car.
Here is the train.
Alright.
A telegraph.
Now where's the map? Nothing here.
Railway post bags.
Where's the map? And how did I toggle first person? Okay, R.
According to the train composition report, there was a special wagon. What does that entail?
That's a highly secure car, ordered by a private party. It is generally to carry something of value. Those wagons have iron walls, you know, without any windows. And they're fitted with a complex key lock.
That is important information. Do you know what was inside this particular wagon?
Certainly not. No, that's private. And it's not my responsibility to allot the wagons to whoever.
See you later, my good man.
Holmes, how is it even possible for a train to disappear?
This part is probably from a locomotive. An old locomotive bell. This place serves as a storage area for the station.
My point is, why are we observing these things?
This part is probably from a locomotive.
Where's the map? Come on. Nottingham to London.
This map will be useful.
There seem to be these people waiting. Let's check it out there. Also, there's this ladder and stuff. I don't know. Now what the hell is this?
The whole train just disappeared. It's unbelievable.
Was there anything exceptional about any of the passengers aboard the train?
What do you mean? Like officials? Oh, I wouldn't know. Oh, but now that you mention it, yes, there was something. There was a message from Bridlington station saying that the train had been delayed because of an issue with the passengers. But what kind of problem that they didn't say?
That is interesting. You mentioned a problem at Bridlington station. I should like to visit this station. Could you mark it on the local map?
Of course. It's a suburban railway station. You might take a cab there.
See you later, my good man.
Let's go there. Let's see what deductions we have. We can also here we are, Riddling Station. What an eerie place.
Railway post bags.
Angry
It's an absolute
passenger.
Scandal. It's always the same with these rail companies. No respect for the customer.
Looks poor. So this is not the one.
Please calm down.
Concern? What? Last night I were on the train, then along came this ridiculous ticket inspector who started arguing that our tickets were invalid. He made us get off the train, and he was extremely rude about it.
Were you aboard the train?
Yes, I heard that it disappeared, but I don't care because we would have stopped before then anyway. Our tickets were valid and no doubt about it. And then, to top it all, the ticket inspector pushed everyone else out too, except for a bunch of rich. Well, because their type don't need a ticket.
Can you recall anything more specific about this fortunate group?
Well, yes. They were all foreigners. Spanish-looking toffs with snake eyes.
Goodbye, sir.
And of course there's this guy.
Good day to you, sir.
Good day. To whom am I speaking?
My name is Sherlock Holmes, and this is...
Are you a representative of this damned railway company? Because I have a complaint.
We are not from the railway company. We are...
Well, in that case, Mr. Shamrock Flomes, please excuse me, but I'm not in the mood for idle chit-chat at the moment.
Shamrock Flomes. Australian. Oh. Look at those shoes.
You must be Mr. Robinson, is that correct?
Yes?
I am leading the investigation of the disappearing train.
Ah, well,
I presume it was you who placed the order for the special wagon.
yes. It was to transport my valuable prototype safely to London. My prototype is a revolutionary device. It is capable of producing electricity. I'm a businessman and an engineer. I had already found several potential customers for my invention, but I was very optimistic about the directors' board who were travelling on the train last night.
Mr. Robinson, could you please clarify? Were you traveling alongside your prototype?
Yes, I was. But I had to step off the train. And all because of this stupid station master.
I received a telegram declaring that an important person, a Mr. Bronsby, wished to see you in the waiting room. I merely informed you of this.
Mr. Bromsby is a wealthy gentleman. His interest in my invention was truly unexpected. So yes, of course, I agreed to see him. Unfortunately, he wasn't there. I thought perhaps he might have been delayed, so I chose to wait a while. But despite my requests, the train left the station without me. Absolutely unacceptable.
The timetable is strict. We cannot wait any longer. The regulations require the train to be on time.
You are an idiot. You will pay for it. I will sue you.
Damn.
You mentioned a director's board. Which company do they own?
The Chilean Barcazas Company. I had made an appointment with them. Now they are lost, along with the train and my prototype.
They
What do
stole
you
it?
know about the Barcazas company?
It's a large South American company. They showed a great deal of interest in my prototype, and they seemed wealthy enough to do business with.
This revolutionary machine of yours, was it very valuable?
For God's sake, sir, it is priceless. It could change the world we live in, and yet I was selling it for almost nothing. I am a humanitarian, you see. I do not know if I will ever be able to get over this disaster. I cannot believe that it disappeared with that damn train.
The ticket inspector forced all the passengers from the train except for the directors of the Barcazas Chilean company.
The whole train just disappeared. It's unbelievable.
Damn it, Watson. Is that all you can say? Let's have a look around. Nothing.
It's a scandal. An abs.
Who is this one? I saw two people talking over there far away. We can go and check it out. Out of the map.
Good day to you, gentlemen. How may I help you?
Good day to you, sir. My name is Sherlock Holmes. I am investigating the unfortunate disappearance of last night's train.
I see. I'm Station Master Bertram, but my supervisor has not informed me about this. I do not know if...
Do not worry. I have only a few questions. Station Master Everett from Evesham told us that you reported a problem with some passengers last night.
Indeed. This train is a regular line for those who work at Nottingham. But yesterday, everyone was asked to get off the train here at my station. I've no idea why, and it delayed the train. But the worst of it is that now I have to deal with two furious passengers who are complaining about the company's service. They stayed here the whole night, but people do not usually pay much attention to the regulations, you see. There are very strict and clear rules. Paragraph 234 of Article 2G-43 states that in the event of a complaint, you must...
Yes, thank you. I understand.
So he has all the bookish knowledge. Keeps the instruction thing with him. Ink smudges.
Apart from the passengers disembarking, did you notice anything else that was unusual last night?
I did. And I mentioned it in my report to our higher management on the matter.
What was it?
Sorry, but I can't tell you. The station master's reports are confidential.
Confidential, you say? How long have you been working here?
I've worked here long enough to be quite capable of managing a railway station.
Let me speak frankly, Mr. Bertram. Your age and your lack of confidence in your position are quite apparent. You cannot deny that you have only recently completed your studies.
I was at the top of my class.
Listen here, young man. I am aware that you wish to protect yourself behind all these regulations, but I represent the law.
And you are obstructing the investigation of an important case. I would suggest that you cooperate with Mr. Holmes. Think of your career.
Ah, that is... Well, I'll tell you everything. First of all, I scolded the ticket inspector, for it was he who asked the passengers to leave the train. It was not his right to do so. He was very rude. And then, later on, I received a most peculiar telegram from my colleague at Chesterfield Station, the next stop along the line.
What did the
What did
telegram
he
say?
say?
Well, that was the peculiar thing. It was almost unreadable. It was full of errors and awfully vague. It was hard to understand if the train had correctly passed that station or not. You can read it for yourself.
Please show us.
We ought to visit Chesterfield Station. We need to confirm if the station master saw the train or not.
Chesterfield Avenue Itaction. Train LNER number 324. Arrive at 0030. That means 12:30, like 30 minutes past midnight. Departure 35. Okay, 35. By this passenger's hands and clothes, he appears to be a specialized worker. He has no baggage and is alone. He is not traveling nor on vacation with his wife. He takes the train on a daily basis to get work back. In this event, he should be accustomed with the railway, to be familiar with the station and his regular fellow passengers. Australian hat, crocodile shoes. First serious position. Gap in the floor.
The insurance policy for Robinson's machine. A significant sum.
15,000 pounds.
A telegraph.
The whole train just disappeared. It's unbelievable.
Don't touch anything, please.
According to this document, you have insurance for your prototype.
Oh, thank Where did you find it?
Near the telegraph station.
I must have lost it when I tried to send a message, which I was prevented from
I
doing.
apologise for that, but regulations state that public access to the telegraph is strictly prohibited.
Upon my word, you keep on digging that hole of yours. You have no idea who I am.
I see that you kept your grip sack with you. Why don't you leave it in the luggage room?
I've had other things to think about. I lost my prototype. And this idiot station master just stands here doing nothing to help.
Oh, but
Well, that won't do at all. Station master, I believe that the regulations state that any passenger luggage should be taken to the luggage room.
I'll do it right away, sir. Sorry, sir.
This Robinson is quite a character. We should learn more about him.
We should learn more about him.
I will not move from here until I receive my refund.
So,
It's a scandal. An absolute outrage.
anything else that we might find? Oh yeah, luggage room. Now we'll go check that stuff in the luggage room.
Railway post bags. This grip sack belongs to Mr. Robinson.
I think we should open it, Holmes. This is what they call force majeure. I'll keep watch.
Of course.
Okay, we have done this before. This is strange. Oh.
Look, Watson, a bundle of contracts. Very suspicious. We should study them carefully. Mr. Robinson is the seller. An exclusive sales contract.
Okay. This is an exclusive sales contract regarding the prototype in Hong Kong General Electric.
Mr. Robinson is the seller. Yet another Mr. Robinson is the seller. Yet another. Mr. Robinson is the seller. Well, it is very clear that this Mr. Robinson received prepayments from various people for his machine.
I'm always wondering what's on your mind, Holmes.
So this guy is fraudulent. So it will not, insurance will cover only 50% of the amount. Train simply vanished. There are also no traces.
This Robinson fellow seems suspicious to me.
It's a scandal.
I will not move from here and...
Don't touch anything, please.
Okay, let us go to the next station. Chesterfield.
This bin is full of empty bottles.
A fishing advertisement. Locked.
What
A
is
handcar
this?
wheelbase. Interesting. It appears that elements of the same construction were scattered everywhere.
Oh, see, I told you it wasn't a train.
Watson, please tell me, do you believe in magic?
Of course not, Holmes.
Then you are of the opinion that a train cannot simply disappear.
Well, we both know that that is obvious. Why are you asking such peculiar questions?
A little patience, Watson. You will understand my point quite soon. So, are you quite certain that you saw the train at Evesham Station?
Yes, of course. We saw it coming. The headlights, and heard the whistle.
But that is it. We didn't see the train itself.
But... Oh, Holmes, I'm a little confused.
How are you a doctor? became a doctor. Let me see. 47 minutes. I'll make this as 1 hour. 1 hour episode. That is some luggage. Where are the people though?
A telegraph.
I had thought that all station masters knew the Morse code, but apparently not.
I sense there's some mystery.
I'm always wondering what's on your mind, Holmes. How could he fall asleep at work like this? Excuse me, sir. Wake up. Ah, his breath. He must have swallowed half a distillery.
And that explains the how.
By his sleeping off the alcohol, you mean? Wake up, please, sir.
What? The 18-hour 72 train has arrived?
Good day to you. We are investigating the disappearance of last night's train, and we should like to ask you a few questions.
This guy is drunk as hell. Clean clothes, but still drunk. So he likes fishing.
Were there any passengers who got off that particular train at your station last night?
No, nobody, it seems to me. Although I did not leave my office, so...
No doubt you were very busy.
You don't say. You can't ever get any peace around here. Now you have to send a telegram each time a train arrives and departs.
Station Master Bertram from Bridlington showed me a strange telegram that he received from you last night. It concerned the train, but it was barely comprehensible.
What? He's a fastidious little twerp, that Bertram. I remember everything quite clearly. It was late, and I was tired, but I did my work. So what? There's no need to be so petty.
You were not tired, you were inebriated. Tell me the truth now, or I shall not hesitate to document your state in my report.
My friend means that you will end up by being sacked from your position.
All right. So I was drunk. I don't remember all of yesterday, to be truthful to you. Please don't go harsh on me.
Holmes, this man has consumed a considerable amount of alcohol. He's not entirely helpless yet, but...
It will not be long before he is. Obviously, his testimony cannot be trusted.
Okay. So since he was drinking, somebody else sent report.
I'm always wondering what's on your mind, Holmes.
I should use the appropriate object here. I should use the appropriate object here. I should use the appropriate...
We don't have any. Oh, okay.
I should use the appropriate object here. I should use the... I should use the appropriate object here. I should use the... I should use the...
Okay, where the hell? Oh my god.
So, now here we have the fake train that we saw approaching Evesham Station last night.
Doesn't look much like a train to me.
Be patient, Watson, I haven't finished yet. Try using your imagination. Our train requires only a headlight and a steam whistle.
I'm always wondering what's on your mind, Holmes.
I need some... I need something long for the headlight to be attached. I need something long.
Like what?
The long pole is now attached. It will allow us to connect the headlight. The headlight is attached. The steam whistle is now connected.
Holmes, what can we do to make the steam whistle work?
It is elementary, my dear Watson. We shall need a fire extinguisher. The fire extinguisher. Now let us see what we have here. First of all, let us pump the pressure inside the extinguisher. The steam whistle is ready to be used. Watson, I do believe that we have created an exact replica of the train that vanished in front of us last night. The criminal mind can be most inventive. I am somewhat in awe.
So such a thing is possible. If someone went to all the trouble of creating this fake train, then it was surely with the intention of stealing the real one.
Ah, Watson, you should not jump to conclusions. In fact, this does not tell us very much at all, except that the train did not evaporate into thin air.
Although you half suspected it.
Ah, at any rate, we now need to find where the real train might be hidden. I suggest we use my archives to find a more detailed map of our surroundings.
Well, I hope that justifies our having to load your massive archive suitcase onto the cab. It made us extremely unpopular with our driver.
So I guess this is a part of big scam.
Ah, will I ever get any peace?
It's a scandal. An absolute...
Don't touch anything, please.
Now we have two maps. We must combine them properly. Here it is. There is a side branch to the railway. Its first switch is located between Bridlington and Chesterfield stations. There is one more station to be visited. It is located between Chesterfield and Evesham, and there should be a side railway to the nearby quarry. There is a small section of a railway at the end of Evesham station. This suitcase contains my archives.
Awesome.
We can consult with it if needed.
We can go there. We have to examine all the side railways. So this is going to be a long one.
I will not move from here and...
Okay. Alright, so this was it guys. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. This was the end of part 1 of this case. I'll see you in the next part. Go check out that video. Also subscribe to my channel, join my Discord server, links in the description. Follow me on different social medias, and I'll see you later. Bye bye.